The IUPUI Lady Jags had high hopes for the 2019-2020 campaign. After all, they had managed at least 20 wins in each of the past 4 years, most recently qualifying for the Women's NIT in their previous campaign. This year, expectations were even higher, as the Jaguars set their sights on the first Horizon League championship in program history. Two familiar faces returned to lead the charge. Junior center Maci Williams, fresh off her first Horizon League Player of the Year award, continued to be the most dominant big in the conference. The 6'2" Vetersburg, Indiana native averaged nearly a double-double, with 17.5 points and 9 rebounds this season. Williams also proved to be a capable passer, adding 60 assists to set up her teammates when opponents tried to smother her down low. As a result, Williams earned her second straight Player of the Year award in 2020. Speaking of passing, enter Holly Hoopengarner, the Jaguars' only senior. The 5'5" point guard from Greenwood, Indiana led the league in regular season assists, finishing with 116 helpers. She also averaged 9.8 points per game as one of the Horizon League's best floor generals. Hoopengarner's play earned her a spot on the All-League second team. In addition to the 1-2 punch of Williams and Hoopengarner, IUPUI was blessed with depth throughout their lineup. Redshirt sophomore Rachel McLemore was second on the team with 10.9 points per game, while redshirt junior Caitlin O'Reilly averaged 6 rebounds per contest. Morgan Allen played crucial minutes whenever Williams found herself in foul trouble, and Destiny Perkins tied Hoopengarner for the team lead in steals with 38. Under the leadership of 10th-year head coach Austin Parkinson, the Lady Jags earned their first ever regular season conference title with a 15-3 record in Horizon League play and an overall record of 23-8. IUPUI put together a school-best 13-game win streak from December 30th to February 13th and won 12 out of 13 home games at the Jungle. The number 1 seeded Jaguars thus earned a double bye to the semifinals of the 2020 Horizon League Tournament. On March 9th, at high noon, their journey to the top began against the number 6 seeded Cleveland State Vikings. Here's how that semifinal clash unfolded at Indiana Farmers Coliseum.
IUPUI, the top seed, first game out today against Cleveland State, riding a 2-game winning streak in this tournament. They came out shot out of a cannon, Tully. They were 6 of 10, had a 6-point lead early in the first quarter. The Vikings were up to the challenge early.
Well, they had to come out and play with that intensity like they needed to do that to set the tone. But unfortunately, I think fatigue did kick in a little bit, so then they kind of weren't as consistent with that defensive pressure.
And the deal fatigue really hurt when he had to guard the 2-time reigning Horizon League Player of the Year, Maci Williams. 5 assists today. She had 14 points. She grabbed 11 rebounds, and as expected, enforced her will.
It was tough going in the first half to put points on the board for Maci Williams, but she was still so effective because she had triple teams. She was feeding out to her perimeter players who are ready to catch and shoot. So, she's the most...
Prevailing over Cleveland 71-54, the Lady Jags faced the number 2 seed Green Bay Phoenix in the final on March 10. Green Bay was led by All-League first-team guard Frankie Wirtz and promised to be a tough out. IUPUI managed to start fast, notching the first 8 points of the game. They were efficient from deep, going 6 of 14 from beyond the arc. Yet, Caitlin Hibner and the Phoenix refused to go quietly into the ninth. Hoopengarner and Williams were the best players on the court, making their presence felt down low, as well as from three-point land. Despite their best efforts, scoring did not come easy, as a feisty Green Bay unit held the Jaguars to 18 of 48 from the floor. Nonetheless, clutch buckets from IUPUI's top guns kept them in command, despite the second quarter efforts of Lindsey Robson and company. Hoopengarner's 3 at the end of the first half was a sign of things to come. Ultimately, an impenetrable Jaguars defense limited Green Bay to just 37 total points, 0 in the fourth quarter. Wirtz only connected on a single deep ball, and Perkins would extinguish the Phoenix for good with an inbound three-pointer in the game's dying minutes. The IUPUI Lady Jags went on to win the Horizon League Championship for the first time in program history. Hoopengarner was named tournament MVP, scoring 16 points and 4 assists. This is David Song reporting.